At first I thought Tank was just going to beat him in like 5 or 6 rounds. I don't know. We have to see now. I got caught up with the hype.
Hopefully I could get that rematch because I know what I can do.
Left wondering, are we going to get a rematch with this? Which I wouldn't hate, but I don't know if there's like a big demand for it.
Boxing legend Mike Tyson urged Gervonta Davis to rethink a rematch with Lamont Roach. While praising Davis's skills, Tyson highlighted the tough challenge Roach poses.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. You know, he's the top dog, there's no doubt about it. He showed that.
He acknowledged Davis's dominance, but warned that Roach's style and determination could create serious problems, making the fight more difficult than expected.
Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
When asked about similarities between himself and Gervonta Davis, Mike Tyson playfully responded that their only real commonality might be their legal troubles. He dismissed direct comparisons, emphasizing that their fighting styles.
Really be trying. I like to hit the face.
What was Mike Tyson?
He was a brawler.
Brawl means more than one person. So he knocked people out real quick. You knock people out real quick.
Yeah, but I can knock you out like.
So you saying that you can knock him out faster than Mike Tyson, probably, if it was a challenge?
Mike Tyson got power and skills. I feel as though like I have like the whole.
Careers and overall journeys in boxing are vastly different. While both have faced challenges outside the ring, Tyson made it clear that carving his own unique path. His response highlighted the individuality of each fighter.
For the sport, didn't get what the decision I want, but we didn't get a loss either, so I felt like I won it, you know, the last couple rounds, so it's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I could get that rematch because I know what I can do in a fight. But it's cool.
Any questions?
Reinforcing that their shared experiences don't define their respective legacies. Gervonta Davis has addressed comparisons to Mike Tyson, recognizing Tyson's legendary power and skill. In the ring, however, confidently asserted that he brings the whole package, suggesting that his abilities extend beyond just raw power. He implied that his skill set is more diverse, combining speed, precision, defense, and adaptability. While he respects Tyson's impact on boxing,
Never see that fight happen again. It just will not happen. Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't like hard fights. It's that simple. We've seen it over and over. He fought a Ryan Garcia drained. He fought a very inexperienced Rolly Romero. He will not fight Devin Haney. He will not fight Shakur. He will not fight Pitbull Cruz again. He will not fight Lamont Roach again. He will not fight Tefimo. He will not fight Ino. He will not fight those guys. That's just not who Tank.
Gervonta Davis believes his own style is more complete, allowing him to dominate in multiple ways. His statement highlights his self-assurance and reinforces his belief that he is a more well-rounded and versatile fighter than the heavyweight icon.
Tell us, exactly why expound on that.
Why wouldn't you even want to fight him? Who told Mike Tyson to fight anyway?
Do you think that it might have tarnished Mike's legacy in a way?
John, so let's talk about
what's next for you? Hypothetically, if you are retiring, what's next for you? Are you going to be doing entrepreneurial stuff, training? Where can we see Tank in the next 5?
Yeah, I'd probably be more building my real estate portfolio. Like just trying to separate myself from the limelight. I feel like it's harder to find a fight like you wanted years ago. Now that you have a whole year. I don't even think about that stuff like that.
what good skills.
Me and fighters is y'all fail to realize me and fighters are different. We way different. I don't look at it like I don't care about belts and I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about none of that. You worry about taking out the fight? Yeah, I worry about getting.
After the controversial draw against Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis made it clear that he is eager for a rematch. He believes a second fight would give him the opportunity to showcase his full potential, implying that the first bout didn't reflect his true abilities. Determined to set the record straight, Gervonta Davis remains focused on proving his dominance in the lightweight division.
I don't really be trying. I like to hit the face.
What was Mike Tyson?
He was a brawler.
Brawl means more than one person. So he knocked people out real quick. You knock people out real quick.
Yeah, but I can knock you out like.
So you saying that you can knock him out faster than Mike Tyson, probably, if it was a challenge?
Mike Tyson got power and skills. I feel as though like I have like.
He sees the rematch as a chance to silence any doubts and reaffirm his position as one of boxing's elite. His commitment to redemption underscores his competitive spirit and desire to leave no questions about his superiority. Critics speculate that Gervonta Davis may avoid a rematch with Lamont Roach, arguing that he has a pattern of steering clear of tough challenges.
Lamont Roach robbed in this fight? What do y'all think? We're seeing a lot of the comments. People seem to think he did outland Tank Davis. But was it by enough to get that decision? What do you think? Here's one of the punches he threw at Tank Davis right here. You can see the effect. Tank Davis did not look like normal Tank Davis tonight. You could see Lamont applying the pressure all night, especially around that 6th-round area where you usually see Tank Davis take off. I'll tell you what, it's one of the first fights I've paid for that we got our money's worth. What an ending, you know. So a majority draw was the decision. But what do y'all think, guys? Do you think Lamont got cheated out of this decision, or do you think the right call was a draw? It was a wild night. And then the knee, right? The knee was bizarre. Why did Gervonta Davis take a knee? That was strange to me. It came out of nowhere. He said it had something to do with something in his hair or whatnot. That was weird. Lamont thinks he won the fight. I think we're definitely going to get a rematch, but I want to ask the people out there, what do you think? Was Lamont robbed tonight?
They cite his decision not to pursue a rematch with Ryan Garcia as evidence of his reluctance to engage in high-risk bouts. This perspective fuels doubts about Davis's willingness to face opponents who could threaten his undefeated record and legacy.
And finally, I wanted to get your thoughts on the Gervonta Tank Davis situation. What was your assessment on his fight against Lamont Roach, and what are your thoughts on the knockdown that wasn't called in round 9?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good fight overall. Lamont, I always knew Lamont was, you know, he wasn't coming to lay down. I've been knowing Lamont since we was kids, so we came up in amateurs together. So I knew Lamont was serious. He was coming in there to fight, but he did a lot better than I thought he would, and I thought he won the fight personally. Yeah, the no knockdown, that was like unheard of. It was the first time I've ever seen it with my own 2 eyes.
While his talent is undeniable, skeptics question whether he will take on the toughest challenges or continue selecting favorable matchups. The debate over his competitive spirit remains a focal point in discussions about his career. Gervonta Davis has shared his thoughts on Mike Tyson's decision to participate in exhibition matches against internet personalities like Jake Paul, suggesting that such fights could risk tarnishing Tyson's legendary legacy.
Yo, fight fans, did you catch that Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach bout? Talk about controversy. The judges called it a draw. But let's be real, a lot of people think Roach got robbed. Both fighters brought their A-game, showing off some serious skills in the ring. Roach was on fire, landing clean shots and outworking Tank in several rounds. But Tank had his moments too, showcasing that explosive power we all know. But Tank going on one knee or being wobbled didn't swing it toward Roach. I don't know about that, but either way, now everyone's buzzing about an upcoming rematch. I mean, who wouldn't want to see these two go at it again? What's your take? Did Roach deserve the W, or was the draw fair? Drop your thoughts below and let
Davis, known for his confidence and strong opinions, believes that a fighter of Tyson's caliber should be cautious about engaging in bouts that might be seen as more entertainment than serious competition. He argues that while exhibition fights generate attention and financial opportunities, they might also diminish the legacy of a fighter who was once regarded as the most feared heavyweight.
Call out. He doesn't do it. Now we're left wondering, are we going to get a rematch with this? Which I wouldn't hate, but I don't know if there's like a big demand for it. Tank has said prior to this night that like all of this is, you know, he's got 3 fights left. This would have been one of them, so that would have been at least 2 more essentially this year if he can squeeze them in. He said it was supposed to be against Tank and Shakur Stevenson. Where are we with that now? What does this do to that? I genuinely don't know how to answer that question. I really don't. I don't know what PBC is going to. Dude, PBC has had a bit of a rough run of it. I want to be very clear. I'm not trying to pile on their difficulties, but like they lost Canelo or whatever the fuck Canelo's doing. Then they still have Gervonta. He's still a big star. He's still, I'm sure this sold well. And again, it sold well at the gate. So that's still great. But they're hoping to like build off of this. They didn't get it.
In boxing history. Despite Davis's concerns, Tyson has publicly expressed admiration for the young fighter's abilities, often praising his skill set and knockout power. Tyson has stated that Davis possesses all the tools necessary to become a legend in his own right, provided he stays focused and continues to challenge himself at the highest level. However, Tyson's advice to Davis goes beyond just in-ring performance.
Let's talk about it. We gotta talk about it. So, Tank officially came out and says that he wants to put this rematch as early as May. Now, if that were to happen, Lamont Roach gets a second time to prove himself. Now, in my personal opinion, his stock has already risen. He is already notable. The fact that he went toe-to-toe with Tank on a decision that ended in a draw, whether he loses this second fight or not won't even matter. Because he's directly in line to go against the Keyshawn Davis, the Shakur Stevensons, and etc., the Devin Haney's, and etc. I can see him moving up and going against Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia or somebody like that. So many people to fight. Lamont Roach has definitely proven himself. But let's talk about something else. And that is the hairstylist situation. In my humble opinion, I believe she should have been quiet. As a hairstylist, there was nothing for you to say. There was nothing for you to say. No fan in boxing was going to look at that like, I don't want her to braid my hair. No one would have said that. But she hurt herself when she came out.
He has emphasized the importance of making smart decisions both inside and outside the ring, reinforcing the idea that a fighter's career and reputation extend far beyond just their victories and losses. Tyson, having experienced the highs and lows of boxing fame, understands the pitfalls that come with success. He recognizes Davis's immense potential, but also sees the risks that come with bad decision-making, distractions, and an unwillingness to take on the toughest challenges.
Again, what do you make of the controversy in that one?
Look, I had just finished my recovery session, so I was pretty docile and relaxed, and then the fight, especially at the start of it, wasn't too thrilling and too action-packed, so I was starting to doze off a little bit, but I woke up a little bit more when obviously Lamont started giving him some work, and he looked good, man. I got to give respect to Lamont Roach. He proved a lot of guys wrong. I think he shocked Tank a lot with what he was able to bring, and again, we saw the controversy with the knee. To me, that's a knockdown. You can't just take a knee and decide to, go to your corner and get your face wiped. So, if that's a 10-8 round, Lamont wins the fight. So it's unfortunate, but that's the fight game. Hopefully they'll do it again and he gets paid, what he's worth.
Have you ever seen anything like that in boxing before? A guy sort of just voluntarily...
We've seen Floyd take a knee and be put on the count. We've seen...
Tyson's words serve as a form of mentorship, offering guidance to Davis as he navigates his own path in the sport. The heavyweight legend knows firsthand how crucial it is for a fighter to remain disciplined, avoid unnecessary controversies, and carefully manage their career choices. Davis, for his part, has shown great respect for Tyson's career and influence in boxing. He acknowledges Tyson's impact on the sport and appreciates the praise he has received from one of the most iconic figures in boxing history.
Looks like Tank is not playing about this rematch, man. He's looking to probably get back in the ring with Roach by the end of May. And as far as that retirement stuff, it looks like that's out the window as well.
Course of your plans for your future?
Yeah, it definitely changed my plans. It definitely changed my plans. I probably got like 4 more fights now, for sure.
But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. As much as, we hate the fact that he had a draw, I think this was the best thing for Tank. You could just kind of see, even in the press conferences and everything like that, he was kind of forcing himself to be interested. And I only know one person that can bring his interest back. Calvin is the key, man. Calvin has known Tank since he was a child. Nobody knows Tank more than Cal, man. He's the only person that I believe that can bring the best out of Tank.
However, his comments about Tyson's exhibition fights reveal a critical perspective.
The WBA is set to order the Tank versus Roach rematch next. Who would I pick in a second fight? Well, the short answer is Tank. In rounds 4 to 6, when Tank was the one leading the dance, he was a lot more effective. You know, with the straight left hand, the body shot combinations, he wasn't just sitting up against the ropes like the first few rounds. He also kept landing the straight left hand, you know, sometimes doubling up on that left hand, and Roach would have an issue with the timing. He would then mix up the combinations to the body and then up top with the hook to the head. I thought Tank was going to swing the momentum in these 3 rounds, but then he started waiting again in the second half of the fight. And if Tank wants to make the rematch a high-paced war on the inside, he's going to get the better of Roach. You know, left hook up top, you know, good head movement, uppercut to the body. Again, left hand there by Tank, another left hand right hook. I thought he was doing a lot better when exchanging. I mean, the issue with Tank, and not just this fight, but in general, is he always takes the first few rounds off. You know, he puts himself into a hole, relies on the big shot landing to win him the fight. So in a rematch, if he can impose himself on the front foot early, you know, land the power shots, especially the left hands and the body shots, I think he can slowly wear.
One that suggests Davis is highly conscious of how a fighter's legacy is shaped by the decisions they make.